I was hungry before, but I'm gonna vomit.
Hello and welcome to the lab where we take your questions and turn them into experiments. My name is Mitch.
And I'm Greg, and today we're going to be conquering one of our greatest fears, which is the fear of heights.
Specifically, we're going to be climbing one of the tallest freestanding structures in the Western Hemisphere and finding out what would happen if we fall off.
The fear of heights is also known as acrophobia, and the symptoms include dizziness, nausea, shaking, so we're going to test these things on ourselves by going up to CN Tower, going outside of it, and walking around the edge.
The CN Tower is an iconic part of Toronto's skyline and stands at 553 meters high.
It's also Drake's favorite chair. The long pointy antenna portion was actually made up of 26 pieces, each which were brought up by a helicopter.
But where we'll be completing the Edgewalk is on the top of the main pod, which is 356 meters above the ground and is the highest external walk of a building in the world.
For reference, it would be like stacking the White House on top of itself approximately 17 times and then walking around on top. How you feeling, Mitch?
I'm nervous. That's what we're going on right in a couple of seconds, and I realize I have a fear of heights all of a sudden.
I'm not that nervous, but seeing it when I got here, I'm scared. But I'm not scared at all.
Yeah, you're scared. I know you are, and you're just trying to be the brave one. Our brains are basically anticipation machines, and we use information from our past and our current state and environment to help predict the future, which ultimately helps us stay alive.
Mitch is signing away his life. Hopefully you don't fall off.
But when you don't have any experience with the thing that you're anticipating, like I've never been hundreds of meters in the air walking on an edge that I could die off of, then your fear goes up and so does your fight or flight behavior. I thought you weren't nervous.
I'm not.
So I have to pee because obviously I'm getting nervous and I'm freaking out. My bladder's like, let loose.
That's good. You look like Evel Knievel.
A lot of our fears stem out of learned experiences or traumatic events that have happened to us, but the fear of heights is said to be much more common in people, and it's actually something that we're born with.
When we go up in the elevators when I'm gonna freak out.
I don't feel any fear, actually. I honestly don't, because it just feels like I'm just wearing a cool suit. Scientists have actually used studies and experiments with visual cliffs, and they studied domestic animals and toddlers and found that at a very young age, they're very cautious around these cliffs, showing that the fear of heights is something that we're born with. I got adrenaline, this is good. I also am like, where's my helmet? I mean, it makes sense that the fear of heights is natural and something that we're born with because it protects ourselves and makes us live longer so that we don't walk off cliffs or walk off the CN Tower.
Hi, Greg, come check it out.
I'm shaking now and I'm feeling kind of like sick. That is crazy.
Whoa.
But this can hold 15,500 pounds, so we're hoping that we're fine. How's it going?
The third, yep, right there. Push your rope all the way out in front of you and then lean forward into that rope. Keep going all the way forward. Excellent, and then you can let go. Awesome job, Mitch. All right, yeah, go up on your toes. Excellent.
Okay, so this is amazing, horrifying, and I'm freaking out, but imagine if you fell. What would happen?
Well, a 77 kilogram person falling from 356 meters would reach speeds of up to 300 kilometers an hour and reach the bottom in under 9 seconds. That is, without any drag or force acting opposite to the relative motion of a moving object. Top terminal velocities for human skydivers are lower because of air resistance, around 195 kilometers an hour when facing stomach to earth, and they don't reach this speed until around 12 seconds or after traveling 450 meters. Either way, it wouldn't take long to hit the bottom.
It's no surprise that you likely wouldn't survive this fall, though some humans have lived to tell the tale after falling from very high heights. In fact, there's actually been reports of people falling from over 5,000 meters, mostly during the war, so out of burning airplanes, but they landed on pine trees or soft snow or glass roofs, and they also had a lot of injuries.
It ultimately depends on if the surface you land on has high deformity like snow, then your chances for survival increase.
Okay, I feel less dizzy and scared now.
Yeah, I feel more confident that we've had some time to spend just staring. Kind of becomes normal after a while.
Yeah, now I'm like, what's that? What's that?
But every time I have to go on the edge, I'm still in genuine fear. But
and it's the toes over the edge.
Yeah.
That makes me want to throw up.
It was a crazy experience, but super cool. We're so glad we did it. Conquered a fear.
Awesome. job, Greg.
Thank you.
Well done,
Thank
Mitch.
you.